Today we're talking on the possibility of big Red Dead Redemption 2 news soon. Monster Hunter World reviews are coming in and they are looking really good. BioWare's latest game has been delayed until 2019 and there's a couple of good deals on PlayStation 4 titles that I want to go over. First, let's talk about the possibility of Red Dead Redemption 2 news very soon. Take-Two, the publisher of Rockstar titles, has an investor call scheduled for February 7th. Now, the investor conference calls themselves have never been a source for information. However, there is usually information that comes out prior to these investor calls. As mentioned on RDR2.com, the previous Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer dropped 2 days before one of these calls, and they've often followed trailer reveals for Grand Theft Auto 5 when that was releasing. Red Dead Redemption 2 was originally set to release in 2017. It was delayed until spring of 2018, and now that we're already almost in February, we should be getting new information on Red Dead Redemption 2 very soon. It is very possible this game could be delayed until the fall. However, after one delay, it would be surprising if they delay the game again. This is a game that Rockstar really doesn't have to worry about competition surrounding its release. It's scheduled to release in the spring. There's a couple of other big titles releasing in the spring, like the new God of War. However, Red Dead Redemption 2 is such a juggernaut of a game that it is going to dwarf anything that releases around the same time. It is going to be one of the biggest games, if not the biggest game of 2018. The first Red Dead Redemption was fantastic, and we just want to know when we're going to be able to play Red Dead Redemption 2. There was a listing on Amazon Mexico that listed the game for a July release. That would fall a little bit after the spring window and launching in the summer. I don't know if you want to put credence into that release, especially because generally July hasn't been a major month for game releases, but hopefully we know more soon, and it makes a lot of sense for a new trailer or some information about Red Dead Redemption 2 to drop before the February 7th investors call that Take-Two is hosting. Next up, for those of you excited for Monster Hunter World, there is even more reason to be excited because the game is getting phenomenal reviews. Currently, the game is sitting at a fantastic 91 on Metacritic, with IGN giving the title a 9.5, Gaming Nexus giving the title a 9.5, WCCF Tech giving the game a 9.5, PlayStation Universe giving the game a 9, RPG Site giving the game a 9, and the weakest review is actually a 7.5. That's pretty incredible. The majority of us have been excited for Monster Hunter World, but some were turned off a little bit by the beta. Personally, I thought the beta was pretty good, but that was just a taste of what the full game offers, and it looks like the full game is going to be fantastic. To give you guys an idea of the quality of the game, Joe Screbbles, who reviewed the game on IGN, said this, quote, "This is the most audacious Monster Hunter game yet. Monster Hunter World manages the balance between staying true to the series' ideals and the addictive loop of combat with intimidating monsters and meaningful upgrades that fans love, while also taking a dramatic leap into a look, feel, and size that feels truly new. Its sheer depth and the commitment required is still intense, but it clearly isn't Capcom's aim to court a casual crowd. It's as all-consuming and incredible a ride as ever," and again, they gave the title a 9.5 out of 10. Monster Hunter World launches tomorrow for PlayStation 4, Xbox One. A PC release will follow sometime in the fall. Unfortunate that PC players will have to wait a little while, but hopefully it shapes up nicely on that platform too. BioWare's Anthem was one of the highly anticipated games of 2018, but possibly no longer, as the game may have been delayed until 2019. According to sources speaking with Kotaku, Anthem will now launch in early 2019. Kotaku notes the complexity of Anthem's launch, as BioWare isn't just worrying about the game's release itself, but the earlier release through EA Access, a beta test, and post-launch updates. Personally, this doesn't come as too much of a surprise to me. When I was looking at the stacked lineup of games coming in 2018, and when I thought about games that could potentially be delayed, Anthem was really the first game that came to my mind. This is a very ambitious project from BioWare, and you know they want to deliver something of quality after the release of Mass Effect Andromeda, which was done by a different team but still had the BioWare label, so they really need to hit it home with Anthem. We also do know that a brand new Dragon Age is in development. We talked about that yesterday. You would assume that game wouldn't be announced until after the release of Anthem. If Anthem is released in early 2019, makes even more sense to announce a brand new Dragon Age game at E3 of 2019 right after the release of Anthem. That's speculation on my part, but that's typically how these things go. And finally, there are a couple of great PlayStation 4 game deals on pretty recent releases. First, you can pick up South Park: The Fractured But Whole over on Newegg. It's listed at $60, but there's a promo code that knocks off $35, so you can get it for just $25. I believe this is the cheapest that South Park: The Fractured But Whole has been. And with this, you also do get a download code for South Park: The Stick of Truth, so that is fantastic value. These games are great. I've mentioned it before, a South Park game that has traditional RPG mechanics doesn't sound like the most enticing game in the world, but these games are so much fun. They really captured the humor and essence of South Park while also offering a quality RPG. For $25, you get the first game, you get the second game, a great pickup. And also, you can check out Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite for just $20 at Best Buy, and if you're a Gamers Club Unlocked member, that'll knock off another 20% and you'll get it for just $16. That is an insane deal. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite just released back in September, and it wasn't received all too well, and I can definitely understand why. The visual style left something to be desired, and the single-player story wasn't all too great. However, there's still some fun to be had with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, especially if you are a fan of the licenses. You can have some fun with it. I could definitely understand why gamers were disappointed by it, especially if you've paid the full retail $60, but now at $16, if you're a fan of fighting games, if you're a fan of Marvel vs. Capcom, Infinite is worth a try at this price. So that is gonna wrap up this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. What are you looking to hear about Red Dead Redemption 2? When do you think the game is gonna be released? The spring window hasn't changed, at least until this point. Hopefully that sticks. What do you think about the Monster Hunter World reviews thus far? The game looks incredible. It looks like Anthem is unfortunately delayed until 2019, but there's definitely a lot of games to keep you busy in 2018, and make sure you check out those two deals if you are interested. Sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.